Hi everybody, it's Carolyn in very sunny Virginia Beach. This is my 14th attempted recording of this video, which is fitting because it is day 14 since I had 24 extractions and full dentures put in. Had a lovely 14 days. Even when I was having bad days, I could still smile and not worry about if somebody was looking funny at my mouth. And I remember Jules on Dan's once said that she got into a little bit of a panic because she saw somebody looking at her mouth funny and she ran to the car because she thought maybe her dentures weren't lopsided or something, and then it turned out that, you know, they were probably just looking at her because she had really pretty teeth. And so I do periodically catch people looking at my teeth and I think, oh my God, what's wrong? And, you know, it's probably because I can smile now and I wasn't able to smile before. So, 14 days, what have we done? Our last update was day 7, and then I was getting ready to go to North Carolina for dog training for 3 days. This was it was kind of like a day camping experience for me because we were not near any private facilities such as a hotel room or a location where I could, you know, what would the word be? Clean them up. You know, reaffix any kind of adhesives or anything like that. So it was a little bit rough. It was quite a bit rough. I would recommend anybody a week out of having dentures put in not go somewhere for 3 straight days that you can't adjust or apply Oragel or Benzodent for pain. It was also in the hot sun, and I'm already at a very increased water consumption, so I had a very difficult time keeping myself hydrated, but it was a ton of fun, and I would do it again. I just kind of was roughing it. And I didn't eat all that much, but it's okay. It's probably a good thing that I'm not eating all that much. So I survived that experience. It was difficult. But I wouldn't recommend anybody try to do that a week out of dentures. But I did make it, and so here I am on day 14, and wanted to go over some things. So first of all, day 14, you should expect that most of your pain is gone. The only pain you should have at this point should be from sore spots occurring, and those, of course, occur when your dentures rub against your gums without proper... without proper cushioning, and also because of improper fit, which occurs as your gums shrink and stuff. Anyway, the only pain you should be having at this point should be from sore spots, and I do still have sore spots, and then periodically I get a new sore spot where, you know, prior I didn't have another one. So that's all to be expected. I'm looking down at my little list that I made because I have ADHD and do tend to go off course. But at this point, you should expect that most of your swelling should be gone and most of your pain should be gone. And in my case, pretty much everything's gone. Make me feel pretty good right now. I have a good fit still going on. They're not moving around all that much. I do have to use adhesive because I have cushion grip in. I still don't have a liner in. And that would be because I still have not gone back to the dentist to get my upper denture fixed because I have not had time. But when I do, they'll probably put another reliner in, and then I'll probably rip it out and put cushion grip in. We'll see what happens. So, back to my little list. We went through pain and my fit, and I think it looks good. What do you think? Does that look good? I think so. Adhesives. Okay. I have tried Fixodent Food Seal, I have tried Secure, and I have tried Polident Powder. At this point, I think my dentures are a little bit too loose to be using Polident Powder, although I will say I really appreciate the fact that it doesn't get all gummy, and it gives you a good, snug attachment. Is that the word? It feels flush against your tissue, and that's something that you don't quite get with the more paste type adhesives. But the Fixodent Food Seal I find to be a little bit sloppy, although effective, and it does hold them in but I don't know if it necessarily seals food out. I don't put a lot of adhesive in because if I do, it pushes my dentures down, and I don't want anybody seeing that upper ridge that they filed too low. So, maybe were my denture done a little bit differently, I would use a little bit more, and we would see if it actually did seal food. But that's not a chief concern of mine. My chief concern is making sure they're in and making sure that they're not hanging down too low. So, that brings us to adhesive number 3, Secure. That stuff is crazy good. It does swell, so it will push your dentures out of alignment. You don't get that flush fit that you get with the Polident powder, but it kind of swells up, and it will push my top down if I'm not careful, and it will push my bottom into an area where it took me a little bit to figure it out, but for a couple days there I was chewing my cheeks, and I actually had to post that question because it hurts. That's not the most pleasant feeling in the entire world. And when you realize that everything feels good except your cheeks, it's frustrating. So, I did discover that if I use too much Secure, it'll push my denture up into an area where it causes the dentures to bite on my cheeks. And, again, I don't recommend you do something like that. So, I love the Secure, though. Boy, the hold. If I didn't have the Secure this past weekend when I had 3 days of, basically, primitive lifestyle, I would have been really upset. It really, really helped me out. Okay, so, again, I'm really reading off my list. It's a receipt. Food. Okay, food I haven't really, again, been all that exploratory with. I have discovered the Ninja does a beautiful job of pulverizing anything, including chicken salad, which is so good. I love chicken salad. I just make sure there's no celery or anything in it. And I am still trying to do new things, but really, really slowly. So, I have discovered I can eat Ritz crackers. Love Ritz crackers. Could only eat about 2 or 3 at a time, but man, they are good. And I can eat fish and stuff, but I'm not really trying anything. I'm really being kind of a sissy about it. I'm just waiting for my extraction sites to fully heal before I start aggravating the death out of them. Plus, I have sore spots, so I try not to manipulate anything in my mouth if at all necessary. Water. Still drinking, like, guzzling it. I drink water all the time. And that's a really good thing. I feel pretty good right now, actually, because I'm not drinking as much coffee as I used to drink, and I don't need it. And it's a very strange feeling for me. I'm still having a hard time getting over that after 2 weeks, but yeah, now I'm still the water girl, still drinking an awful lot of water, and I'm feeling kind of parched right now, actually. So I think I'll get some water. Got to carry like 1.5 gallons at a time, and I have 4 of these in the car. So, anyway, that brings us to our final subject. My most asked question is, why are all my videos in the car? Well, here's why. I work from my home, and I work in the car. I am a pet sitter. I travel to people's houses and walk their dogs, take care of their cats and their dogs and their guinea pigs and hamsters and koi and, what else. So, I'm always in the car. And as it turns out, the best light is usually when I'm in the car. So that's where the videos come. And also I have a really great phone holder. It keeps my phone attached to my windshield and stabilized, so you guys don't have to see a whole bunch of shakiness, which would happen if I was trying to hold it. So the car is the most logical place to film because I'm always here and I can hold it without making y'all seasick. So, anyway, day 14 rocks. I am having such a great time now that I can smile and I don't have to worry about anything, that it almost means nothing, that I don't care so much about food anymore. Obviously, I'm trying to keep my protein levels up, but it's not, I don't care. I'm just so happy that I can smile and I can look good and I don't have to worry about infection and my health. That's the other thing I wanted to talk about. My health is way up. I have energy that I did not ever have probably in the last 10 years, and it kind of boggles the mind that you could have dental problems for so long and kind of write off so many things. And one of those things, I was talking to Helen at Dentures A New Smile Forum about, she calls them the flibbertigibbets, the heart palpitations. I have been having those for years, and of late they had gotten a lot worse. And she one day asked me, do you have the heart flibbertigibbets? And I said, yes, I do. I have them all the time. And sometimes it's, you know, after absolutely no exertion whatsoever. She said, you know, that's probably the infection, and it is affecting your heart. And I said, oh, really? She goes, watch what happens after you get dentures. And I would say by day 2, after my full extractions, I had no more heart flibbertigibbets, and the palpitations are gone. I have not had a single heart palpitation since right after my extractions. So if that tells you anything, if you have the heart flibbertigibbets, you better get your behind to that dentist and get all your teeth taken out, or at least get the infected ones taken out, because that is some scary stuff. You have a heart flibbertigibbet, that's a palpitation, and if that's caused by infection and how the infection affects your heart, it could kill you. Go get rid of the infection. What are you waiting for? So everybody, I hope you have an absolutely glorious day, and I will be doing an update probably again in another week, or maybe earlier if a neat thought hits me. And I hope you all have a fantastic week. Bye.